In this universe, there are two major forces, solar and lunar. These solar and lunar forces is basis of the functions of the entire universe. These two forces are within us. The solar force represent the physicality, the functions of physicality, and the lunar force represent the mental functions. So finding balance between these two forces, it's the science of hatha yoga. The system of hatha yoga, it starts with fundamental base is the purification of your body. So there are 6 cleansing methods which help to cleaning your body and your mind. Once you have practiced the Shat Karma, then it helps you to be, your mind and body to be steady and still during the practice of your asana. Because when you practice asana, it helps your mind and body to be closer, to bringing your soul and the lunar forces together. In modern time, when people practice asana, they see as a exercise. But traditionally, it's more about bringing these two forces in a practice. So it's a mindful movement, not just a movement, not just a workout, but to bringing your awareness. So it's a systematical training process. In our asana, you are gradually preparing your body, breath, mind, so then you can experience stillness. And with the help of pranayams, which is the next step, the pranayams is a conscious breathing which helps to purifying your 72,000 nadis, so then prana can flow. Your inhalation, expansion the prana, and your exhalation apana, purifying all the impurities from the system. So the pranayama, it's connecting with your pranamaya kosha, your energy body, your energy layer, so then your physical and the mental layer can come closer. It's a bridge. So pranayama is a very important part of the yogic system. So as you practice pranayams, there are advanced practices is bandha, which means holding, binding a prana in 3 different places. So the purpose of binding prana is to purifying the nadis. There are subtle minor blockages in your energy channel. They call in yogic system nadi. So these nadi purifying with the help of bandhas. When you're holding a bandha, when you are holding the prana in 3 different places, it helps to regulate the prana. So then you can experience the equanimity. You try every morning. You can try every morning when you wake up after your cleansing. You can try your 3 bandha practice 7 times. And then you can experience how it helps you to, grounding your awareness. But you must do this practice under the guidance. And then there is a practice of mudra. Mudra are the yogic gesture. These practices are for purifying the energy channels, so then prana can move upward, because nature of energy is to moving downward, moving outward. So the advanced practices of mudra, it helps you to redirect your energy in the higher dimensions. So then you can develop your dharana and dhyana. It leads you to your inner awakening, and that gradually the mudra brings you in a state of ends in a state of Raja Yoga, the dhyana leads you to the state of dhyana. So all of these system, satkarma, asana, pranayama, bandha, mudra, a systematical process for purifying your Annamaya kosha, your physical body, your energy body, your mental body. So then there is alignment. And once there is alignment, then you are experiencing a dimension of Vijnanamaya, the clarity, the inner wisdom, and that leads you to the blissful consciousness, experience of blissful consciousness. So system of Hatha Yoga, it gradually bring you to that state of Raja Yoga, which is the dimensions of blissful consciousness. And all of this system require patience. Unfortunately, we want to learn yoga, but we don't have a patience. We think the yoga is just you have to learn a technique. You can learn the technique in a month training program, but how to feel them, experience them in your day-to-day life. This is totally depend on how much you give yourself, how much sincere you are, dedicated you are, and patient you are. And that's the most important thing. What I have seen and learned with my life is you have to have a patience. And many practitioners come, they want to learn, but they have no patience, and that's the fundamental problem. We must have some patience. We give some time for our sadhana, and result will come in its own time. So gradually you can experience the meaning of Hatha Yoga when you are experiencing equanimity, because the word equanimity itself is just a word until you're not experienced. So it's very important that you practice, you give some time regularly, so then the science of Hatha Yoga can help you in your day-to-day life to overcome of different stress and conditions and circumstances, to find your harmony in your life. Thank you.